Cause I wanted to ask you about like what happened to your pops.
Like he was, like I say, he is a diabetic and shit, and he really ain't used to take his insulin how he supposed to. Like if he think it's sugar low or something, this nigga gonna grab a Debbie cake to eat or some shit like that. He really ain't on top of his shit how he supposed to be on top of. But like I don't think that's what made him die though. Like we all get ready to go out one night and shit. He want to keep my niece Mari. My niece Mari was just born by that's my sister Chanel daughter and shit. My dad gave her the nickname Pretty. He begging like, let me keep Pretty while y'all go out. Sis like, no, I got him. I got a babysitter and shit. Whoop de whoop, know what I mean? So we all leave and shit. We all getting ready to do us and shit. And then shit, motherfucking next thing you know, my phone get to blowing up. Motherfucker like, man, the police ambulance at your house. Well, what happened? I'm like, hell no, ain't nobody there but Pop, this and that. But he had enough strength. He called 911 and just gave him the address, 2707. That's all he could say on the phone. That's the address on Prescott. When they got there, they had to kick the door in and shit. And when they kicked the door in, he in there stretched in the bathroom. His blood coming out of a hole in his body, like no over-exaggeration, from his ears, nose, mouth, his ass, his dick, all that, like holes, his blood coming out of a hole. So we rush him to the hospital. We all get there and shit. They study giving him blood and shit, but as they giving him blood, that shit study coming out. So the nurses and the doctors study like, man, it ain't working, whoop, this and that. So I'm like, man, keep trying. The doctor pulled me to the side and just kept it 100 with me. Like, man, it ain't nothing we can do about it. Like, and it fucked me up and it fucked with me to this day because I feel like I had to tell them, like, fuck it, give up on my pops. I had to call that shot, like, and that shit fuck with me to this day. Like, my nigga checked out on me, like I say, like, that shit fuck with me to the, I miss my nigga, I swear to God, man. Like, we was like brothers for real, for real. Like, I swear to God, like, that shit fuck with me. Like, I don't know what really caused him to bleed like that because he used to drink liquor and shit. I don't know if it fucked up his insides or what, but like I say, blood was coming out of a hole. My nigga had checked out and it fucked with me. Like on my graduation day, I went back to school cause of him. He say, baby boy, go back to school, graduate for me. You know what I mean? You gonna be my only child that ever graduated. My nigga checked out before my graduation. That shit fucked with me. I swear to God, like that nigga supposed to been there. I feel like I'm like, this shit ain't fair, but you know, you gotta take the good with the bad. I did that shit for my nigga, like, that's my nigga. I swear to God, I miss that nigga. Real shit, bro.
Yeah, so how the fuck you be dealing with all this shit?
I don't get high, bro. For real, like, I don't know. I ain't even just gonna say get high. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, you know, shit. You just gotta be built for it tough. You gotta take with the good with the bad, man. You can't want good days without going through bad days. Like, shit, it's gonna rain, but the sun gonna shine again. Like, it's so much shit I done been through and shit, like, and I don't really talk to a lot of people about my problems, like, and that be a fucked up thing, cause like, I hold that shit in and then something piss me off and I just explode. But like, I really don't know how I really cope with this shit, bro, for real, like, I just go with the flow, man. Shit, I don't know, for real, bro. That's a good question. I never even thought of that. Cause late at night, I get to thinking about a lot of shit, getting my feelings about a lot of shit, like. But like I say, you know, I make this shit look good. I wear it easy. Like, you ain't gonna see me around here pouting, mad, bitching, none of that. Like, I'ma live life, shit. We all gotta go one day, so shit, you gotta enjoy this shit. But at the end of the day, like, you still got problems and shit. You just gotta take care of them and deal with them when you can. You can't let that shit stop you from doing nothing. You can't let that shit stop you. Like how I was depressed and stressed and shit when I first got shot and shit, and thought I was different because I was in a wheelchair. Like, I had to shake that shit. Like, I can't let this chair stop me from doing shit. I gotta live life. Like, shit, I ain't no different from a nigga standing on his 2 feet. Shit, this nigga's on their 2 feet who can't fuck with me. You know what I mean? I'm doing better than niggas that's on their feet. Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta take the good with the bad, baby, and just strive for greatness, man. For real.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you one last question, man. It's gonna be, like, what kind of made you want to do this interview and talk about all this?
I got a story to tell, like, you know what I mean? Like, I never even thought about doing it in the interview way, but I fuck with you and I know, you do what you do, but like, I just wanted to put that shit out there, like, cause there's a lot of motherfuckers who don't know you on the outside looking in, ain't no telling what they heard about you, this and that, like, so I want to put that shit out there myself, let you know what type of nigga I am and shit. Like I say, whatever you heard, shit, you can believe him if you want to. Is you gonna rock out or you ain't. It's fuck you. You gotta accept me for me though. You know what I mean? Like shit, like just put that shit out there. Let them know like who the real me is. Like it's so much bullshit motherfuckers that put on your name in the streets and shit don't even be true and niggas will run with that shit, which I don't give a fuck cause I don't need no niggas. I got brothers and shit. I don't need no friends for real, but it be so much bullshit put on your name till you get to a point where you feel like you gotta clear some shit up. Or just any topic, like shit, just put shit out here talking to the young niggas like, man, this ain't it. Well, if you gonna do this, do it this way. You doing it the wrong way. Well, just put this shit out there like maybe this will help a motherfucker. The motherfucker might learn something from this shit. For real, like, cause you gotta what? Some niggas say they your homeboy and they love you, but they stab you right in the back. Like shit, I done been through that. Like I say, shit, I'm in the situation I'm in cause the nigga that I was close to, like it be your own people. They say, like shit, you know what I mean? Like this shit be fucked up. Like nigga, soon as you up, niggas love you, brother, this and that. Whoop. Soon as you in a fucked up situation, nobody there. You ain't got nobody to call on, but you done did all this shit for these motherfuckers while you was up. Like, that shit be fake ass shit. That's why I do shit out of the heart. Like I say, like, I don't do that shit to talk about that shit. There's so much shit a nigga could put out there, but why would I do that? What I'm gaining from that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit, like, fuck, like I say, fuck with me for me. Like, don't fuck with me because you feel like, oh, he be around such and such and I can get close to them, or he getting some money, he can do this for me, this and that. No, fuck with me for me and everything else gonna come. Like I say, shit, I go for a broad and my niggas. I'm only locked in with a couple niggas. It ain't too many niggas I fuck with, and I used to hang with a bunch of niggas. Like, these niggas ain't right. They don't mean you no good. And they had you in the middle of some bullshit you ain't got shit to do with. All type of shit, bro. Like, this shit for real, bro. Real shit like this shit. So the guy, like I say, but just put this out there just to, let motherfuckers know what it is with me. You know what I mean? And try to help the next motherfucker and shit. Like, next young nigga might watch this like, damn, he said this and that, well, he may be right. And he learned something from it. Instead of him going to go do this dumb shit, he like, no, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? Like, you never know who watching. You never know. Cupped and got low. I don't even want to stop. I want to keep going. You ain't got no more questions? Shit.